Egypt, land of the pharaohs and home to some of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. Venturing deep into the heart of the real Egypt is the perfect cultural holiday for the Wilson family.
The highlight of our holiday really is the human element of it, meeting the Egyptian people and being with them.
Tenerife, the eternally sun-soaked party island. Bursting with cheap hotels, clubs and bars, Tenerife is the favourite holiday destination for the all-drinking and all-dancing Kent family.
Disco, few beers.
Everything we like about Britain is there, but with the sunshine.
Two very different worlds are about to collide.
I don't begrudge anybody having a drink, but I think it's just a recipe for disaster, you know.
The Kents meet the Wilsons in a classic holiday showdown.
The thought of getting up and sitting down to this breakfast makes me heave. Yeah. I'm the most sensible you're ever likely to meet. I don't get you, lot. I hate it here. Seat ribbons, skanky.
Hey, it's okay,
no,
The Kent's amazing.
Wow. As far as I'm concerned, my holiday is over.
I think you're one of the biggest I've ever met.
I like to say I just can't do this no more.
Meet the Wilson family from the Isle of Man. There's Mum Joanne, stepdad Tony and 15-year-old Terence. The Wilson family love their holidays in Egypt, away from other tourists, immersed in the local culture.
All the fun of going to Egypt is meeting the people, eating their food and doing all their customs.
We try and experience everything. We want to do something different and new every day, but not with a bunch of tourists. The highlight of our holiday really is the human element of it, meeting the Egyptian people and being with them.
They even have a close Egyptian friend that they keep in contact with, the guide they met on their first ever trip.
Hajjaj is our friend from Egypt, and you couldn't meet a nicer person if you tried.
The Egyptian influence runs throughout the Wilson home, with evenings spent savouring the spicy delights of North African cuisine.
I love Egypt. I love the people, I love the country, and I just can't wait to get back there.
The Wilsons love to help others, spending their free time volunteering at the local nursing home.
Did you get all dressed up for me? I thought you would. It's important for us to live our lives helping other people.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we're on holiday.
Even their holidays geared around charity work. Before leaving, they stock up on toys for the local Egyptian kids.
We've just been here today to get some footballs, some pumps for the balls, football shirts, hopefully make a couple of small children happy.
Joanne and Tony are also completely teetotal and disapprove of a lifestyle that revolves around drink.
There's a lot of people that rather just sit in the pub all day drinking, and if that's all you want to do, it's a sorry state of affairs, really.
Holidays are no different.
I think to go to another country and spend all day drinking is an absolute waste of time.
The port of Dover, gateway to Britain and home to the patriotic and aptly named Kent family. There's Dad Paul, Mum and housewife Audra, 16-year-old Tully and 14-year-old Lucy.
We are a typical
English
British family. Coronation Street, your cup of tea, your fry-up, they're the things everyone loves about Britain, aren't they?
The Kent family's favourite holiday destination is Tenerife, a place they love because for them it's a lot like home.
Tenerife is a home from home for us because everything we like about Britain, the fry-ups, the roast dinners, the culture, is there, but with the sunshine.
Disco, few beers and a laugh. That's what it's about, isn't it?
On holiday, the Kents never sample the local cuisine, staying loyal to British grub.
On holiday we like English food, we like your traditional shepherd's pies, roast dinners, burgers and chips.
I'm not a big fan of foreign food. I couldn't like eat a lobster or something like that.
For Dad Paul, his main holiday pastime is having a drink. And he believes you can't really have a holiday without it.
On holiday, by half 6 I've probably got a beer in my hand. Because I do like a drink. You know, I'm not hiding that.
After knocking back a few at home, the Kents while away the rest of the evening in their local pub. And Paul can't understand anybody who wouldn't want to do the same.
Teetotalers. You need to live a little. Let your hair down. Have a laugh. Come out your shell.
Even 16-year-old Tully likes to get in on the drinking act.
Yeah, I do. I like to get merry on holiday.
Cheers, darling.
The Kents and the Wilsons' holidays couldn't be further apart.
If the family that come on holiday with us don't enjoy it, they'd have to be small-minded and ignorant.
If another family didn't enjoy our holiday, I would think they would be totally boring,
Brain dead.
super straight, and...
We'd have no personality.
yeah.
The families are getting ready to take off. At the Isle of Man airport, the Wilsons reveal their secret holiday destination to the Kents by text.
You ready to send it then?
Yeah, go on.
They're in for a shock.
And here it is.
Right.
Shall I read
A phone
it?
call.
Join us for a holiday of culture and history in the ancient city of Luxor from the Wilsons.
Blinding.
Luxor.
Yeah, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Where's Luxor?
Egypt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Egypt's in Africa, though.
No, it ain't.
Isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Oh, I don't know.
It
You're
ain't.
not fit,
It ain't.
honest.
Over 340,000 British tourists visit Egypt every year. With its spectacular views of the Nile, the ancient city of Luxor is a particular favourite. For the Kents, the sights and sounds are a culture shock.
A lot of the buildings, they're like buildings out of films, aren't they?
It does look poor, doesn't it?
Up ahead at the Riverside Hotel, where both families will be staying, the Wilsons patiently await the Kents' arrival.
Oh, wow.
How you doing?
All right.
Hello there.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. Paul.
My wife, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne.
My son, Terence.
Terence. Oh, I never thought in a million years that we'd sort of be in Egypt.
Do we look like you thought we would?
No, I was just going to say, actually, I'm glad we share the same hairstylist.
No, what did you
Shampoo.
On this holiday, the Wilson family are in control, and that means they'll be laying down the law.
We've got a few rules we try and stick to while we're here.
Yeah.
What we try and do is to eat quite a lot of their food.
Right.
We don't go and
For
get burger
burgers
and chips.
stuff.
No,
Right,
okay.
Well, one thing we don't do is we don't drink.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So if
No
that's
alcohol at all.
Yeah.
Right.
They seem like they're going to say okay to everything.
Down to earth, friendly. Yeah, really nice.
Tomorrow is a big day for us. We're hoping to get to know the Wilsons a lot better.
My liver and kidneys are going to think I've changed my religion. They'll have never seen so much water. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I'm so relieved that you're normal people.
Thanks. Thanks.
You won't be saying that at the end.
Coming up, the Kents get to experience authentic Egypt,
Oh, for sick.
and the Wilsons' Egyptian heaven turns to hell.
I don't know. Just want to go home now.
Hey, it's okay, I
No,
don't
that's it.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
Now, looking good is so easy. You can do it without looking. New Olay Complete Touch of Foundation. Its rich Olay moisture combines with a touch of Max Factor Foundation, the easy way to a sheer, even tone. And now you can save £2.50 on Olay Complete Touch of Foundation at Superdrug. Olay. Love the skin you're in.
This Valentine's, see the UK's #1 film, an epic tale of a miraculous romance, an absolute masterpiece.
Broken ribs, brain hemorrhage. There's no way this was an accident. He's been violently attacked. This is child abuse.
What would you give to help a child like William? All we're asking is £2. Just £2. But the NSPCC needs you to keep on giving this small sum of money once each month. With your £2 a month, the NSPCC can work with a family to help keep a child safe. William will survive this time. But what's to stop him from being attacked again? Together we can put a full stop to cruelty to children. Please, call 0800 77 0022 to give £2 a month. You can help the NSPCC be there for a child like William. Please, do it now.
There are all kinds of places you can go for fresh beef. But for me, it's got to be 100% British, 100% of the time, and sourced direct from British farms. Same with pork and lamb. Is that too much to ask? Not here, it isn't. Perfect.
Because Morrison's buys straight from the farm, you'll always find great prices on fresh British meat.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, Shane. Sorry. Thanks, Hulk.
Do you want to lose weight? I found a diet that really worked for me, thanks to Diet Chef.
Diet Chef is designed to fit in with your busy lifestyle. We'll send you a hamper of delicious chef-prepared meals for breakfast, lunch and dinner, as well as tasty snacks for those hungry moments.
I can do away with those larger sizes. Now I can get into all those clothes that I haven't been able to wear in years.
Diet Chef is the easy and convenient way to go on a low-calorie diet. The meals are ready to go straight into the microwave and taste delicious. And we don't want you to be hungry, so we've chosen foods with a low glycemic index that could help you feel full for longer.
It's a great feeling to lose weight, and now I'm full of energy.
Order now and get a free week of food. That's 7 breakfasts, 7 lunches, 7 snacks and 7 dinners absolutely free. Call 0800 597 1166 now to order Diet Chef, the proven way to lose weight as part of a healthy lifestyle.
We're not just any hot chocolates. We're gourmet hot chocolates. We're your all-time chocolate favourites melted into milk. And we're ready to drink in 90 seconds. But not before you've added your delicious sprinkle-on goodies. We're hot melted chocolate heaven. Go on, take us home.
Please give the NSPCC £2 a month to help save a child from cruelty. Call 0800 77 0022 now.
Fresh British lamb chops. We've checked prices, and no other major supermarket beat ours.
Be yourself and be confident. I want a Real Woman Ad campaign on every British high street.
Freshly made by ITV2. Colleen's Real Women. Tuesday at 9.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
The fun-loving Kent family are up for experiencing the Wilson's Egypt, but the alien culture and alcohol ban are a huge challenge. The first hurdle of the day is an authentic Egyptian breakfast of milky laban, fresh fowl and spring onions.
Is this what you'd normally eat then if you were here?
Yeah, this is like a typical Egyptian breakfast, all these. There's no Rice Krispies here.
For the Kent family, it's a far cry from a full English.
What sort of eggs are they? Just normal chicken eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing different, just chicken eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's very, very salty, isn't it? That's all you can taste.
After struggling with breakfast, the Kents face their next challenge. Shopping, Egyptian style. For Audra, it's a long way from the White Cliffs of Dover.
I do find, I don't know if it worries me, upsets me. I wouldn't like to live like this, I know that.
You really would think that you're back in the days of Jesus sort of thing, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's 11 a.m. In downtown Luxor, the temperature is already 28 degrees, and there's not another tourist in sight.
Sick.
The Wilsons always shop in the local markets, and today they've come with something very particular in mind.
We're here today because we need to shop and have a look for a pigeon. Which one? What are you going to call him?
Lucky.
Pick up Lucky then. Give him
Come
a
on,
cuddle.
Lucky. Come on, Lucky. There you go, mate.
The Kents may think they're selecting a pigeon as part of some Egyptian custom, but in fact they're choosing tonight's evening meal. For Audra, her first dose of the local culture wasn't what she had in mind.
I actually thought we would be going more to a touristy kind of market.
To be honest,
and
when
I didn't realise it was going to be a local market.
The market may not have done much for their appetites, but it's still lunchtime, and with no fast food on the menu, they're served a meal of bread and okra in a spicy tomato sauce.
We're not going to get no chips in Egypt, or that's for sure.
After 2 meals and 1 market, the real Egypt is already starting to get up the Kents' noses.
To see it on TV while you're sat indoors eating a pizza, that's great, but to actually be here and see it for real is a totally different kettle of fish altogether. If you had smell-o-vision, you'd probably turn it off.
As evening approaches, the Wilsons decide to take the Kents deep into the Egyptian countryside to meet their close friend Hajjad, and upon arrival they receive their usual warm welcome.
Good? And you? You doing all right?
There is loads and loads of people here.
You think they've all just come out just for us? That's just you know,
yeah.
It's too much.
After turning the welcome into a bit of a song and dance, Hajjad takes the 2 families to his home for a feast of traditional Egyptian dishes. The food couldn't be any fresher, but Audra still decides to question what's being served for dinner.
I would like, before I put anything in my bowl, I would like Joanne or Tony to sort of try and tell me what I am eating.
Joe reveals that the pigeons they chose in the market, including Paul's pigeon Lucky, is tonight's evening meal.
Paul, how's Lucky?
I'm not pigeon. It's my pigeon.
But behind the smiles, Paul has found his supper hard to swallow.
The pigeon thing really stoked me. It done my brain in.
Now you look back on it, I think maybe we both feel a little bit stupid.
It may have been another dodgy meal for the Kents, but for dessert, the Wilsons are serving up one more surprise.
Generally when we come over, we bring what we would call knickknacks and just give them to the children of the village.
We just give something back.
After a long first day, the Wilsons believe that their approach to experiencing Egypt is having a profound effect on the Kents.
I think it sort of struck home to them what we do when we come here. And that sort of made them think, God, we're nothing like that, but I wish we were. We're trying to teach them a bit about Egypt, what it really is like.
I think this holiday will make them better people, yeah, I really do.
The Kents, however, aren't so sure.
Handing out the toys, it was just overwhelming, wasn't it? I just found it a bit odd.
It made us feel like we're out here being missionaries, which we're not. We're out here to have fun.
They're do-gooders who don't know how to have fun.
It's only been 1 day, but the main issue the Kents have with the Wilsons' holiday is the Egyptian grub.
And I feel like I'm eating
It is. I think our diplomatic relationship is coming to an end because I can't face another 3 meals of that.
It may be a new day, but the Kents are confronted with yet another Egyptian breakfast. And Audra is the first to crack.
I'm not really eating them, Joanne, because I don't like them.
Well, you liked them yesterday morning.
No, I said they were the best thing on the table. I don't like them.
None of you have had anything except fruit this morning.
That's because we don't like any of it.
We tried it, but it's not what we're used to, is it?
No.
This mother's chat did come from a bit of a shock.
I don't feel you experience the country if you have burger and chips for dinner, Rice Krispies for breakfast and sausage and mash for tea.
The Egyptian food and the squalor and poverty isn't our way. It's not, yeah.
We're not doing it.
It's not going to put a dampener on our holiday. We love Egypt, and if they don't like it, tough.
The temperature in Luxor may be a steamy 25 degrees, but the atmosphere after Audra's breakfast outburst is now decidedly frosty between the 2 families. This morning, the Wilsons have organised an authentic Egyptian camel ride, but Lucy's having none of it.
You'll be alright, you will be alright.
We'll hold you up. You've got to do it. You're in Egypt.
So?
Well, you're never going to come back, are you? Me and Dad will hold your leg and your arm and your hands to get you up.
No.
Despite an hour of trying, Lucy's refusal has meant that she has to travel in a taxi, while the others hop on their rides.
Bye-bye!
After riding a camel for over an hour, Audra has officially had enough.
Right, help me down. I'm trying to cover the what I'm trying to do. Sorry. It was the most uncomfortable mode of transport I've ever done in my life. I reckon it's rubbed sores right up my... Wait for me!
The camel riders brought them to the Medinet Habu temple. Over 3,000 years old, it's known for its world-famous collection of Egyptian hieroglyphics.
This temple is really great because you can spend time looking at things.
It's amazing.
The Kents, however, see the ancient world somewhat differently.
It's not beautiful. It is, to me, a load of crumbling drawings on a wall.
I think that means birthday cake, that one there.
Oh, that's just cliche.
That's what it says to me, alright?
Thing on the big tower thing just looks like a small with suck a on the end of it.
You wanted pyramids, didn't you?
It's pretty boring, to be honest.
After a short trip across the Nile, the Wilsons surprised the Kents with a unique experience by taking them to the main Luxor mosque. But first, they need to meet the dress code.
When my friends back in Dover see me dressed like this, they're going to laugh their off.
Very few guests, and certainly no women, have ever been allowed into the mosque's prayer area. For the Wilsons, it's the perfect holidaying experience.
I just think it's amazing that we're actually in the mosque while they're doing prayer.
It's not the sort of thing that Western people are allowed to actually come in and see, and feel very honoured that they've allowed us in this evening.
The Kents are rendered speechless.
Sorry?
That has been one of them things that you never ever get to do again, and they've never let women into that main room for 800 years, and I think that's just something that you can't top.
It's been quite an enduring day rather than an enjoyable day.
I think the day has finally taken its toll. That's all just stressed.
Tired and hungry, the real Egypt is pushing the Kents to breaking point.
I don't actually think the Wilsons get us at all. I just like a laugh. I haven't seen one of them laugh or smile, and it is beginning to do my head in.
Still a food problem. The food has just been...
This is actually sending me truly, truly, really nuts.
Morning, guys.
A dodgy stomach has kept Mr. Kent up all night, making his family late for breakfast.
I'm not feeling too good. The stomach's like really churning.
You need food?
I want some bananas. I want some bananas and I want some water and I want to put that energy stuff in it.
It's over there.
Sorry.
Can someone get him a banana? Because he can't...
Sorry.
Go. Sit. Come and sit in the shade.
Audra soon applies her own unique type of bedside manner.
Smoking. Sit down, chill.
Before dealing with what she believes is the root cause.
Your holiday, the food you eat, has put him in that state.
My holiday has made you like this?
Partly.
No, it's...
As it is partly.
I think it's probably just like Tony said, it's the food and the heat and that.
I thought of getting up and sitting down to this breakfast makes me heave. You eat grapes at home, mate, yeah?
Yeah, I eat grapes.
Yeah, right.
Let's all just
Grapes are everywhere. Why would he not eat grapes?
Just chill out, everyone.
Well, he eats more than grapes, so do you.
Mum,
let's just
shut it.
please.
That was just the most
stupid comment you could ever come out with.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do.
Good. I think it's the most stupid place on earth. I think it's skanky. I hate it here. It ain't holiday. The only time of laughs when taking the I've had no fun, no enjoyment whatsoever.
It's okay,
I had it. It's gutty.
You know, I would never dream of trying to upset your son. What do you want
Being
for
dragged
breakfast?
around mosques and temples that no knows anything about and no seems interested in.
In the aftermath of another explosive breakfast, fortunately not all of the food is going to waste. Audra's latest outburst has shocked the Wilsons, Terence in particular.
She did for the things she said to me and my mum and Tony.
I could quite easily this morning have jumped up and started shouting, screaming, ranting and raving. What's the point?
She can try as much as she wants. She'll never fetch me down to that level.
I could
I'm
have...
better than that, and if she wants to try and wind me up, she can carry on. All she'll get is no reaction.
With relations at an all-time low, the news that the next stop on the Wilsons' itinerary is an orphanage is the final straw for Audra.
I'm a logical person, right? I'm the most sensible you're ever likely to meet, and I don't get you, lot.
There, please, ignore her. Really, don't upset your son.
Well, ignore me, because it's easier than like...
You're upsetting me. I don't want my son upset. I'm sorry, I don't want him upset.
You've upset my children on your own.
What have I done to your children? I've never upset them.
They hate this holiday.
Yeah, but
well,
the thing
I'm sorry
is,
they hate the holiday.
we actually made your children cry.
You haven't made them cry.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
You all cry at the drop of an hat, though, didn't you?
It's like New York, the Bronx and stuff like that. I mean,
do you think it's mad?
New York, you never see that. No.
That's what, he can't even talk. His head's so he can't talk.
They've arrived at the orphanage, but the Kents refuse to go in and instead wait by the roadside, leaving the emotionally drained Wilsons to walk in alone.
I'm so happy she's not coming in here to embarrass me. I'm happy.
Yeah. It's actually making me feel ill, because I'm just so tired. I never get stressed, but this is just too headed. Just had enough. Just want to go home now.
Hey, how are you?
Good, yeah, yourself?
Not so bad.
Despite promising not to let the Kents get to him, Tony becomes the latest member of the Wilson family to be reduced to tears.
The Kents amaze me.
She's just...
For the Kents, the milk of human kindness is not the stuff of a happy hour cocktail.
The heat's unbelievable. The constant flies and insects just drive you nuts.
Well.
Frustrated Audra.
It's frustrated me and upset me, because the only thing, when I start to question them about why they come here, they say it's fun.
It's not for us. It's just not for us.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
They're nutters. And they? They're nuts.
It's the end of a fraught final day, and while choosing to travel back separately, the families reflect on their Egyptian holiday.
I can honestly say this is the most drained we have ever felt in our lives.
Yeah, I think this is definitely has to been the most stressful holiday we've ever had.
Some of the things we've seen and some of the things we've had to endure, I probably wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
I would rather have travelled here with Jack the Ripper than Ord.
There's been tears, there's been tantrums, but now we're over that, we're done and dusted.
We're hoping that they'll come on our holiday and holiday the Kent way. You know, we just want them to have a bit of fun. And
I feel no obligation to the Kents at all to go on their holiday, no.
Not after what they put us through.
Later that evening, it's crunch time. The Kents have called a meeting to reveal where they'll be taking the Wilsons.
The big reveal of the holiday is that we're all going to Tenerife for some Kent family fun.
Okay. No problem, yeah. Well, I hope we're all going to have some fun together. Yeah. I'm sorry today ended up on a sad sort of note, do you know what I mean? But I want to close the book on that, put it behind us, and just all go and have some fun together.
Yeah.
All right, cool. and they didn't really seem that enthusiastic about it, if I'm honest.
However, Paul's apology seems to have swung it, but with a condition.
I'll never forget the way they treated us here, and I don't think we'll be best friends.
But if we have any outbursts like we have had here, we are definitely going home.
Still to come, the Kents leave the desert for the booze and bars of Tenerife.
Oh, little soldier!
And the holiday pushes the Wilsons to breaking point.
As far as I'm concerned, my holiday is over.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
In these uncertain times, as Britain's favourite travel agent, we promise whatever you book with us, your money's safe. From flights to hotels, cruises to holidays, everything you buy from us is covered by the Thomas Cook 24-hour money-back guarantee.
And this weekend only, save up to £300 when you book the Canaries. Guaranteed.
Thomas Cook it.
Learning to talk takes practice. Even as you sleep. It's why only Pampers has an extra dryness layer to help block wetness away up to 12 hours.
Did you say Mama?
Dada! A unique Pampers extra dryness layer for up to 12 hours of dryness. For an average of 15 pence a night. Pampers, inspired by babies.
If you have debt from credit cards, overdrafts and loans, every day means more final demands, more threats from lenders to pay up, and the interest just keeps mounting. What you need are the 5 steps to solve your debt from the Debt People. Step 1, pick up the phone, call the number below and speak to one of our debt advisors right now. Step 2, we'll give you free impartial debt advice and work out an affordable monthly repayment plan for you. Step 3, we'll then negotiate with your creditors to accept the plan and they'll stop hassling you. Step 4, you agree to make lower monthly repayments and the rest is written off. Step 5, after you've completed the plan, you'll be debt-free. Follow these 5 steps to solve your debt, and using government legislation, we could freeze the interest. Remember, our debt advice is free, so call 0800 037 9995 or apply online today at thedebtpeople.tv. Call 0800 037 9995. The Debt People, helping solve your debt.
I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to Hollywood.
They gave all they had.
Absolutely, yes.
The auditions were tough.
I'm going to say yes.
And now it's about to get tougher.
You're going to Hollywood. You got 3 yeses!
It's the next round, and the lucky few are one step closer to their dream.
Welcome to Hollywood.
American Idol, tonight at 9, ITV2.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
Tenerife is the UK's most popular destination for winter sun, packed with hotels, bars and nightclubs. The Wilsons have been asked to adhere to only one rule, and that is to join in as much as possible with the Kents' idea of family fun. But even this gesture hasn't lifted the atmosphere upon arrival. The families will be staying in this self-catering apartment complex, and the Kents couldn't be happier.
It's better than Egypt, isn't it?
Yeah. Much better.
I think here just like Blackpool in the sun. Everybody's just come out here to get basically.
The Wilsons may know Egypt, but in Tenerife, Audra Kent is the expert cultural guide.
Right, today we're in like the main strip of Playa de los Americas, and we're going to an Irish-themed pub.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
Having spent the last week on the wagon, Paul is keen to get off and quickly reacquaints himself with his favourite drink.
That's worth every mouthful.
Can I have another one, please? Thank you.
It tastes better than the water. Got to admit, it does.
I tell you what, I've never seen anyone drink a pint of Guinness that quick in my life.
I like to savour it, but that one just went whack, gone. Bartender, thank you very much.
Suitably lubricated, the Kents are finally able to tuck into some good old British grub.
The food doesn't look like and certainly doesn't taste like it either.
This food, why don't you just save all the money, get a sun lamp, and cook your burger and chips at home?
On a self-catering holiday, the first thing you have to do is stock up on provisions, so the families head to the nearest supermarket. For Jo, though, shopping isn't exactly her idea of fun on a holiday.
I just can't understand. Come on holiday to do shopping. Crazy.
That's all water. Enough of that.
Get water.
There's only one thing on Paul Kent's shopping list.
What I'm looking to buy today is the beers as soon as I can find them. But I'm sniffing them out, and I reckon they've got to be this way somewhere. Aha! They're all right.
While the teetotal Wilsons are forced to wait, Paul stocks up on enough booze to get him through the next few days, as well as the journey home.
Visa for the car.
And a couple of nightcaps.
This is the most fun I've had since I was in hospital having him.
The Kents may be happy with the morning shopping trip, but the Wilsons are less so, especially after being told that the families will now take it in turns to cook breakfast.
I don't think Jo is impressed by the fact that we're cooking her breakfast and she's got to cook us one back. I hope to I ain't found a load of muck like we had to eat in Egypt in there.
Tony is more concerned with the amount of alcohol that the Kents have bought.
I don't begrudge anybody having a drink, but he's just going on mad. Just bought enough to sink a battleship. I think it's just a recipe for disaster myself.
The Kents are up for a big night out and take the Wilsons downtown to a cabaret club to drink and dance to excess. The cheap booze and loud music is the Kents' perfect holiday cocktail. But not for the teetotal Wilsons. After whipping up the crowd into a frenzy, the cabaret host decides it's time for a little audience participation. A very nervous Jo is pulled up on stage.
What's your name?
Closely followed by an overexcited Audra, who revels in the limelight. It's a drinking competition, and although teetotal Jo is extremely embarrassed to be on stage, she's in no mood for any Dutch courage. Jo's knight in shining armour comes in the unlikely form of Mr. Paul Kent, who tells the host that Jo won't drink alcohol.
I'm the alcohol Jo because she doesn't really drink alcohol, everybody, okay?
Audra may have lost the competition to the drag queen, but the Kents have still had a great night.
This, without a doubt, has been the best night of the whole fortnight. We had a right banging time, it was a good crack.
For the Wilsons, it's just another evening based around one thing.
It'd be nice to see if they could have a really fun day without a shed load of alcohol.
I'm bored. It's boring.
We were all dancing away, all four of us, and they're like little statues.
That's their type of holiday, but it's just not ours.
Next day, and as agreed, the Wilsons have cooked breakfast.
So everyone got a drink, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
But after a morning spent in a hot kitchen, Jo isn't best pleased.
It was like basically cooking breakfast on holiday, because you don't come on holiday to cook breakfast. I do this every weekend at home.
With the day getting off to a bad start, the Kents are hoping an afternoon at a water park will raise some smiles. Audra's optimism, however, soon starts to run dry.
Oh, we just want to get in there now. We wish they'd hurry up, get their rings and let us go. I'm tempted to off on my own, but Paul says no, we've got to wait. so we're waiting. Right, come on!
Oh. But let's hope they like playing in water as well as drinking water, eh?
The Kents soon make a splash. And finally, the Wilsons decide to let their hair down too.
I thought it was alright. It's quite scary though, that's a big drop.
The day's alcohol-free fun has been met with the Wilsons' seal of approval.
I think it was great fun at the aquapark today. We all had a really great time.
It was good, different. I think that's about the most enjoyable thing we've done up to now. Yeah, quite a shock today actually. Like a totally different family, you know, it's strange.
Tonight, however, the Kents intend to make up for lost drinking time.
We want to hit the bars and clubs and show Tenerife that the Kents are here.
Exactly.
We're going to a pub called The George, and I think we're going to have something to eat, a few drinks, and tonight I want you to try and get up, have a little dance, and mingle.
After a quick food stop of pie and chips, washed down, in Paul's case, with a pint of vodka and lime, it's off to the nearest bar. The Wilsons are forced to once more watch from the sidelines, so Paul makes an attempt to include them in their family fun.
Does anybody know any party games we can play? I can't think of any.
Tully takes Terence off for some sneaky drinking and sightseeing, and after 6 pints, he's loving the view. Meanwhile, Paul is desperate to kickstart the evening.
We'll do some shots. You up for it? I'll need to liven this up, because we need some fun. Move the bag out of the way.
It is quite hard where you don't drink. It feels like we're sat with a couple of vicars. Don't you just want a little tiny sip of alcohol? No.
You only live once, just get it down your neck. What's up with you? I was just racking my brain. What can I do to liven this up?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do to liven the Wilsons up. A rocket up there wouldn't liven the Wilsons up, would it?
All right, if we all do some shots, we'll get some little glasses and then you can just have whatever you want in it.
Paul has decided to call in the alcoholic equivalent of the big guns for Audra and himself. He's ordered 6 shots of Sambuca, each.
Don't you just want to smell it, Joanne?
It's staying on the
Go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
1, 2, 3, go! Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Set us up another 6. Different clothes though. 1, 2.
Paul and Audra are in full flow, and the Wilsons are shocked to see that as parents they're oblivious to 16-year-old Tully having a party of his own.
Drink up, come on. 1, 2, 3. This is more like it.
The Wilsons call Terence back with Tully in tow. Although much the worse for wear, he's still up for more drinks with his dad.
Kids, get it down, yo. Go for it, my boy. Good man. Good man. Just my little soldier.
Tonight has been a laugh, I've got to admit. Me and Paul have hammered the Tully's absolutely murdered. It's absolutely rotten. And we have had a ball.
Not everyone, though, has had a great night. The drunken behaviour of the Kents has been too much to stomach for the Wilsons.
It's the behaviour I've ever seen by parents to let their son get that.
We're past caring about the Wilsons now. We are honestly at the stage where we don't give two flying whether they've enjoyed themselves or not.
Their son was that drunk he could hardly walk, and all they were bothered about was drinking loads of shots. So as far as I'm concerned, my holiday is over, and that's all I have to say. Thank you. That's all I have to say on the subject.
It's the final morning of the Tenerife holiday, and in the Kent apartment, there are sore heads all round.
I've got to have a hair on the frog song. It's the only way. Oh.
It's the Kent's turn to cook breakfast for the two families, but a still very angry Tony refuses to come down with his wife and Terence.
Where's Tony?
Upstairs.
Didn't want to come down?
No. He just needs a bit of time out. He's a bit annoyed.
What's he annoyed about? Not us.
Just last night, everything that happened.
Like what?
Fully getting drunk.
Did he not like it?
No.
I really didn't think he was. He was drunk, I'm not denying that, but I didn't think he was, like, as bad as what other people seem to think he was.
Even though it's the last day, Tony feels he can't carry on the holiday without confronting Paul about his drinking.
I know it's not the best thing to try and confront somebody with, but it's a good idea just to even just try and chat to him and just see how he feels on it. Because, I mean, it's not just him who's going to affect in the long run, it's the whole family, isn't it?
Coming up, Tony's chat doesn't go quite as planned.
It's up to you to stop it, not me.
I might be saying I just can't do this no more.
And there's a face-off at the Showdown meal.
Fun is spelled F-U-N, not P-U-B.
Yeah. I think you're one of the biggest I've ever met.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
After what your hands go through every day, don't you think they need just a little more glamour? Fairy Cleaning Care Aloe Vera and Cucumber helps look after your hands while you do the washing up. That's why glamour readers recommend Fairy Cleaning Care. Sink into Fairy.
This Valentine's, see the UK's #1 film, an epic tale of a miraculous romance, an absolute masterpiece.
Time to change the way you see hair colour. Don't waste even a minute of your time. New Perfect 10 from Nice and Easy has an innovative aminoglycine formula that gives high gloss colour and healthier looking hair in just 10 minutes. And you can forget about greys. New Perfect 10 gives flawless grey coverage so effortlessly you're perfect in 10 minutes. New Perfect 10 from Nice and Easy. The colour that changes everything. From Clairol.
Our McNuggets contain no artificial colours or flavours. And the only meat we use is chicken breast. That's what makes McDonald's.
Did you know that to grow at his best, your toddler needs at least 6 milligrams of iron per day? That's the equivalent of 20 litres of cow's milk. Or just 2 cups of Cow & Gate Complete Care Growing Up milk, specifically tailored for toddlers aged 1 to 3, helping to support healthy growth, brain development, learning skills. Cow & Gate Complete Care Growing Up milk, because healthy toddlers are happy toddlers.
Made from 100% concentrated celebrity knowledge and served with a slice of lemon.
Let's commence with the game!
The new series of Celebrity Juice, coming soon, freshly squeezed for ITV2.
ITV2 Daytime, sponsored by the all-new Confused.com. The choice is clear.
Audra has suggested that the women and kids do some last-minute shopping. So Paul decides to take Tony to the nearest pub for a man-to-man chat.
and you didn't come down for breakfast, that quite me off, because I thought, I've got up, I've got a banging hangover, I've cooked breakfast and Tony hasn't come down.
Why I didn't come down here, because I was a bit upset for what happened the night before.
As regards to Tully?
Yeah. If Tully... and Lucy as well, if they're shown one thing, they tend to see it, that's the way I have to do it. Because of... they see you doing one thing. You think, well, my dad does it, why shouldn't I?
Let's face it, Tully's not a little boy.
Yeah.
Tully thinks he's a man, and we want him to have a nice time, so I feel like I've got to say, yeah, all right, Tully, you can have a beer. Yeah. Right, but we did set a limit, and it wasn't the fact that we don't care, because we love our kids. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's sort of the impression, like, you know...
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Joanne sort of felt the same way.
We're not bad parents. We love our kids to bits, and I would never want any harm to come to my kids.
I would never try and tell you, you're not drinking. You'll end up with flipping liver diseases, or you'll end up with this, or you'll end up with that. You know it's going to do you damage. It's up to you to stop it, not me.
Tony's comments have hit a nerve with Paul.
I thought I was the U-boat commander, and I was going to come and blow his battleship out of the water once I'd lubricated myself. I just feel like throwing that up against the wall, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with any of my kids. If you went to Tully now and said, who's your best mate? He really should have been sat there with Audra, because she would have been the U-boat commander. She'd have blown him out. She's more of a man than what he is. So I'm upset. I just can't do this no more. Can't it.
Paul, I think this afternoon got quite tearful. I think he's cried twice because of what Tony said, and I think that's out of order. And I don't see why Tony can say that sort of thing about us. It's hurt us and knocked us, or it's certainly hurt and knocked Paul.
As both families get together for the final showdown meal, Tony's attack on Paul over his parenting and drinking are the first things on Audra's mind.
How you doing?
Off with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very. I think your parenting skills, how you can pull us up on ours just because we have a drink, I think you're one of the biggest I've ever met.
Because I was just disgusted in what happened that night.
Disgusted?
Yeah, I was actually, yeah.
My little soldier.
Tully got drunk.
You weren't. We still managed to get up at 8 o'clock and cook your breakfast, and you didn't even have the decency to turn up for it. You don't know how to have a good time, do you? You don't know how to...
Yeah, we've had a good time. Well, we've been one day and one night. The rest of the time we spent in the pub. And that's your family fun, is it?
Yeah. Fun is spelled F-U-N, not P-U-B.
Yeah.
So none of you have enjoyed our holiday?
I had a most brilliant time the day we went to the water park.
It took a little while, but once you got in there, I thought, yeah, they're enjoying it.
And thank you for the thing you did when we were in the club as well.
Yeah, that was really great. I felt like I had a bodyguard.
The rest is pretty though.
Oh, for sick. Egypt. So, ain't an holiday, ain't a kid's holiday.
What was wrong with it?
It was uninteresting, there was all there.
And walk through a market with cakes everywhere.
You pay money to go there.
I found Egypt gruelling.
I really thought you enjoyed it, Paul. I really did think you enjoyed it.
When I got there, I was quite unimpressed, because I think pyramids, all I saw was like rocks, dirt. It was just a total letdown.
Our holiday, Paul, truthfully, is about the culture, the people and the history, and you've seen all that.
Yeah, exactly. Food in Egypt, that's another nutty thing.
Although I ate everything that was stuck in front of me, I didn't like it. I mean, I seriously, I was proper ill. It was just, do you know what I mean? I couldn't think. My head was spinning, and I thought...
You'd rather be in Egypt, because you're weirdos.
So, or you don't ever think you'll go back to Egypt? That would be it, completely.
Never.
That's
Never.
good, you know. Because Egypt isn't ready for someone like you.
No, I'm sure it isn't.
I'm gonna stick to watching Egypt on the telly, because that way I won't be disappointed.
You're not our kind of people at all. If
you are our kind of people.
No, I know that. I'm truly proud that I am not your kind of person.
Because you are.
Do you think I'm a I like being a actually.
Like to say to you, Tully, I think you'll do well. And Lucy, I think you'll go far. And Paul, you're all right.
Nothing to me then, Jane.
Not really, no. I'm sure you could have guessed that was going to happen.
Don't worry, I love you.
I ain't bothered.
I love you.
Me of all people ain't bothered.
Well done, Lord, you're a star, mate.
The holidays are over and done with. We're completely done with Wilson's. I never want to see him again.
Thanks.
He might have called me a but I'd rather be a than a boring like her.
Right, let's go and get hammered.
Woohoo! Hello, the Wilsons!
Hello, Ken.
We thought we'd try and find the funny side of Egypt because the real Egypt that you showed us really wasn't for us.
We loved Egypt. We had a really great time, and we think that one day, Paul, you'll look back and regret the way everything went because you really did enjoy Egypt.
It was totally boring.
The best thing about Tenerife was basically the plane journey home, because all we saw was the pub.
We think you enjoyed Tenerife a lot more than you made out, and we think the next time you go somewhere like Tenerife, you should try and have a few cold ones and really get into the spirit of the thing.
We're going to go back to Egypt, probably in the new year at some stage.
And we're really glad we're not going back with you.
Colleen is in Manchester trying to hook up real beauties off the street with big contracts in Real Women. If you missed it on Tuesday, there's a catch-up at 8 tonight here on ITV2, where Jeremy Kyle gets stuck into family bother next.